some like Dogecoin based on a meme. I'm like, gosh, this is stupid. Whatever. I'll forget that I ever did this. Sometime in the future, I look at my account and I'm like, gosh, I'm up. What the heck's going on? I'm looking at all my stocks. I'm like, what is happening?
Those are all like... This is actually pretty sick, yo. Welcome back.
From the top. There we go.
Yo, that's actually our intro for our podcast.
What's that?
The handshake.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
That's
that
why you're
moment to
doing
get
it?
that connect going. Yeah. I was like, I saw the power clap.
I don't know why we started it. I think on the first episode, Karn and I shook hands. Or like, should we start? We shook hands, and it just became a thing.
It's just like a nice engaged thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like the moment we did that, I was like, okay, game on.
Yeah. It's time to record.
Yeah.
How do you
Plus,
feel?
there's no more satisfying feeling than when it's a solid connect. Like,
Yeah.
would have to take 20 takes if we didn't get a good connect. But
Yeah, that's
first
true.
time's a charm.
Yeah, I got to tell you, in Surrey, this is like a signature where you wear socks and the flip-flop, the sandals over top.
So
That's the thing.
Birkenstocks on my wish list.
Yeah, these aren't
Yeah.
actually, these are like fakes, don't tell anyone.
No.
But
I won't judge you.
I actually got these in Thailand for like $1.
No way.
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you, bro. I bought them
I
like,
actually like those.
look, made in Thailand. Wow. For like $1. I don't know what it was and bought. I think
Sounds like a good e-com business if you can get the whole distributor set up on that. Buy it for
that's
$1.
your thing,
Is
man.
that
That's
it?
your thing.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
No, I just
e-com.
needed flip-flops and we were in Thailand, so
That's super dope.
this worked
Yeah,
out.
that's
Dude,
dope.
when I went to Thailand, I was sick for the first like half of it. I think
Really?
I had COVID, yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the best trip you go to Thailand, but it was like the worst because I was sick for the first half of it.
Was that before? Was that 2019 or was that like 21?
Oh, no,
that
it was after. It was last year, so 2022.
Yeah. You know, I haven't gotten COVID.
At all.
Not once.
Really?
No.
I've had it 2, maybe 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've had it, 2, maybe 3. Seriously. I had it once in Vegas, once here, and then once in Thailand.
Vegas will do it for you. Yeah, for sure.
3 times. And you know, I got lucky because on the flight to Thailand, they don't test you
Really?
because it wasn't a requirement. So if I was flying into the States, they wouldn't let me in because it's a requirement.
Yeah.
You have to test for it. You have to test
Oh my
negative,
gosh.
I guess, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
they
You
don't
wouldn't.
test for
You
it.
would have been pooched.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's so nice now. Like tomorrow, I'm flying to Greece, right? And no vaccine,
No tests, yeah.
like tests, no like all that sort of stuff you have to do.
Oh, you sent me the video about COVID coming back
Oh my gosh.
and how
Yeah,
that
so-
might be a thing.
Yeah, so in Hollywood, there's I think it's I don't want to get it wrong, but one of the major studios, they're enforcing masks. In Atlanta, they're enforcing masks. There's some people on social media that, I mean, it could be totally bogus. They're like, oh, we know people in the TSA in the airports, and they're saying
being like they're given a warning or something.
yeah, they've got it scheduled. They're saying
So after
apparently-
you sent me that, because I was like, no, I don't believe it. But I asked my friend who's a therapist, works at Fraser Health,
Yeah.
so in Surrey, and she said that yeah, they're starting to wear masks, or like there's a rise in cases. It's
Yeah.
not as high as it was last year when it was at its peak. Like it was 3 times higher then than it is now, but the cases are starting to go up.
Yeah.
So there could be a variant that causes.
Get your
some-
travels in now.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
be
you
too
gotta-
late. Yeah.
Or hopefully you're away while COVID hits, so then you get to avoid the mess that happens here, right? But I think
just-
if there was another COVID event, man, I don't know what the heck would happen.
I know.
Like they can't print anymore. They can't, like, I don't know. Things would just fall apart. I think it'd be scary. But
Dude, I think we've learned a lot from the first one. I think that we would not have the panic. I think that'll play a big part into comes around. I think it'll be an interesting balance of skepticism on one side and obviously on the other side, people being careful.
yeah,
I have no idea how that'll play out, but I think it'll be interesting. I think that like what'll be also really interesting is how many businesses have grown digitally and how much more prepared,
They are
to
for-
perform
yeah.
business from a remote style. So
so many people actually that I know.
could we be better prepared where it could not hurt the economy? But I think that like events are rising. People are wanting to meet up and have get-togethers and all this sort of stuff. Like people are starting to get away from the digital events. So I think people will be pretty butthurt. I'm
You're
really
fine.
looking forward to more events.
Yeah, you mean digitally?
No, like
Oh, like
physical. Like
physical,
I'm
okay,
excited
gotcha.
to like I'm like I've been getting into events more and more lately. So
It's fun, right?
yeah,
It's fun. Okay, so good segue because you started talking about digital stuff, which is kind of the reason I wanted you on the podcast. We're talking
yeah,
about the transition to the digital world. I think we could start with crypto because that's the place you and I connected a few years back during the pandemic, like plus or
hmm
minus a year. We both got kind of really into that space. You got into it way more than I did.
yeah,
But
yeah.
talk about how you got into crypto, NFTs, blockchain, Web3, gaming. Like talk about that a little bit. Keep it brief.
Yeah, I mean, so really, we were working at Vivint, doing door-to-door sales,
Yeah.
and so I had very little experience. I'd done some training, forex training, so I knew like the idea of like buying and selling and buy low, sell high, right? Most people get it the other way around. Just
hmm
kidding, but
No, they do. They really do.
it's
Yeah.
unfortunately what just
I've
ends up
had some.
happening.
I've
Yeah.
had some misses there too. So.
So one of my friends actually told me, Steven, he's like, buy this Dogecoin. And I have never been angry spending money buying into something. So I was on Robinhood, which is an American stock app. And so I bought $700 of Dogecoin. And I was so mad about doing it. Like, I was like, this is the most silly, ridiculous thing because I was following a lot of, I really looked up to you and your purchasing style because you're very conservative. You're very like, you do a lot of research and there's a lot of things you look for in the company. So I'm like Dogecoin based on a meme. I'm like, gosh, this is stupid. Whatever. I'll forget that I ever did this. Sometime in the future, I look at my account and I'm like, gosh, I'm up. What the heck's going on? I'm looking at all my stocks. I'm like, what is
Those are
happening?
all like flat or
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I'm down a little
Yeah,
bit. I'm
and then
like,
Dogecoin's just like through the roof.
and I'm like, what's going
It's
on
weird
with
how
this
that works,
thing?
eh?
And then I find out Elon made a tweet. So I
And it just
like,
shot up because of it.
yeah. And so it spikes up. I'm like up a ton. I'm like, cool. I sell, it goes down. And I start just recognizing the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that like crypto was just so much, because it was so much more emotional and there was so like the
Hype,
acronym is
hype,
gone, but
hype. Oh,
well, there's a lot of security around stocks. So stocks are not volatile
okay,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
way. So the market's a lot more
yeah.
emotional in
What is?
crypto.
Are you thinking of like a word that they say in the crypto world?
Um,
You said there was
I
an
mean, there's
acronym. What was the
protection.
acronym?
It's the Federal Trade Commission, FTC.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah,
so,
yeah.
and I might get that wrong, but it's basically like the like FINRA, like the governing
Body.
body
Yeah.
over stocks. And so for so I found that like stocks, I was like, I'm okay at it. Same thing with like forex, but then crypto, I was like, man, it's so volatile, and it just I found the patterns were just so predictable.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, next thing I like I've made like a third of what I made all the year before in the matter of like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is insane. And so I started going down the rabbit hole. And, you know, one of our friends in Vegas, he's like, I got a friend who's into these call channels. I still didn't know anything about crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I literally just like sent him money. He bought crypto. I set up a crypto wallet. And I'm like, okay, buy in. I'm literally just telling him, buy now, sell now, buy now.
But
Because
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know how to use this pancake swap. I didn't know how to
He
use
was
this
just doing
meta.
it for you,
Yeah.
yeah. So
And
I remember that because I think it was around that time crypto was becoming a thing. Well, it was already a thing, but these shit coins started popping off.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I think
It's
the
low
first
market
one,
cap.
yeah, and we're
If
like,
you don't
what
know
is
what a
this?
shitcoin is, it's very low market cap. Like
Yeah.
Joe Schmo is
They're
launching it off
they're
his
they're
computer.
like they're heavily manipulated, pump and dumps,
Anyone can do
momentum,
it.
hype. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I just remember you guys told me about. I think it was Yummy or MILF coin or MILF token or something, some stupid name. So, anyways,
Yeah.
you guys told me about it. I was like, I know the market is good if you have lots of money. You put it's safe, it's protected,
hmm
generally speaking. But like, yeah, the those like Yummy tokens and all these that are on
hmm
the shitcoin platform. You guys told me about it. I said whatever, even if I lose, it's a few $100. Like I don't care. And I just remember that Yummy token went from like I think it was like a few $100 to like 5-10 grand. I was like,
hmm
what is going on here? And
Yeah.
I would sell, make profit. Then we would jump into another token. People were like pumping them super hard. So we're
Getting so
making,
excited.
yeah,
It's like watching a
people
horse
were getting
race, like
so excited,
24/7.
so excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but no, we were talking about this the other day. My biggest score in that crypto shitcoin space was you calling me because I told you like Austin, if you ever have a coin that is about to go off, you need to freaking call me.
And I wasn't sleeping. I was in those group
You
chats
were
all the
going
time.
off. I was like, whatever. I was not bothered. I'd just come back to Canada from Texas. I think it was 1:30, 2 in the morning. I was actually sleeping. I saw the phone ring. I almost didn't answer the call. I was like, it's Austin, let me just answer. I pick up and you're like, hey, here's this shit coin called the Saint token. I think it was, yeah. You're like, you should buy it. I was like, sounds stupid. Like they all sound stupid.
They
That's
all
the funny
sound
thing.
stupid.
They
I
all
mean,
sound
probably the
so
least
dumb.
stupid of the other previous ones.
Yeah, they all sound dumb, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was like the least dumb sounding one. Anyways, I was like, dude, it's like 1 in the morning, 1:30. I'm like, I'll do it in the morning. You're like, okay, it's up to you. Then FOMO hit me. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just do it now. So I ended up putting like
Yeah.
$1,200. I'm like,
Yeah.
how much are you putting in? I can't remember what the amount you said, like 2 grand or something.
Yeah, that was it.
I was like, I'll put like $1,000 or maybe like 1,200. Well, I wasn't like as risky as you, but I was like, I'll put enough that it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then over the span of I want to say 2, maybe 3 weeks, that $1,200 went to like, I think at one point it was like 120 grand, and I was so shocked.
It was crazy, dude. So I remember like the way I found that token, that project, I was just kind of like a fly on the wall in these group chats. And this one guy, Mike, he's like, there's this token, whatever, check it out. And everybody was like disregarding it. I took a look at it and I think the price, I mean, at that point, I didn't even really know what a market cap was. Like I really didn't know anything then. And, but I got around it and I bought a little bit, but it was so small market cap. I think like when I got in, it had to be like a $20,000 market cap. Like it was the initial capital injection for the liquidity was like the guy's last $200 that he had, the developer, and it was just like this retired injured vet, and the idea of the token was that like 3% of the money raised off of the taxes. So like on every volume purchase and sell, there's a 3% tax in like within a 10%, and that 3% goes to charity, and the other one gets split up to like SafeMoon to like all the holders, and so you get like passive earnings from holding
kind of like
it
a dividend, right? It was like a dividend. Almost,
that idea. And so I'm like, dude, I really like the guy. I really like the idea. Whatever. I'm just gonna put. I had to make like 20 transactions because when the liquidity's low, you can only buy like very little at a time. And so I made like 20 transactions to finally put in 2 grand, and then it just that 2 turned into like it just started multiplying, and I was like, and I just started picking up the phone and just
you
calling everyone.
You didn't know this, but because the market cap was so small, you buying your 2 grand in stages was actually pumping the price up.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I put 2
like
grand.
Candle,
you're like,
candle.
yeah, exactly. Because you're like, I put 2 grand, but it's gone up like 10%. It's like, yo, you're the reason it's gone up 10%. Is because every time you buy, it's going higher and higher.
It was wild. I got
such a crazy trip, man.
It was just really funny how that happened too. Like, it was crazy because like I got in, and it's just funny what it could have been and what it did become. I mean, both.
Well, I think part of the reason why it did even get to that point where we actually did make some good money on it was because
I didn't make any money. Just full disclosure, I made no money on that project.
You did. I did.
Yeah, you did.
But
nobody.
But you transitioned from jumping into this coin as like a way to make quick buck to then also becoming kind of one of the leaders in the crew.
The visionary, and
you became the visionary of the
well, so
crew.
it was like
you became the visionary of a shitcoin, and I was like, oh, it was so cool for me to watch because I'm like, oh, Austin's becoming like almost like a CEO figure for this company, and you're very outspoken because you're on the group chats and Discords and Telegrams, and you're like an outspoken figure for this group. But actually, I think the reason the coin got so big was because you were keeping it together, and you might not know that, but you were keeping it together.
So I'll kind of like sum up like the experience and the story a little. So like I got in, and there was just a really good group of people around, and they were so positive. I really enjoyed it. I got into these voice chats, and there was a guy, Ray, and he was just like talking through, this is what the project is. And I understood, I'm like, okay, it's charity. I was like, I really like the charity aspect of it. Yummy token that had popped off, that was a charity token. Then it had like dividends, like SafeMoon. I was like, okay, well, those are 2 elements that have very high viral sensation. I'm like, that checks my boxes. And then I had this idea. I'm like, man, it would be really cool if it did NFTs, like MILF token, like they were giving away NFTs to holders. And then I met the dev, Alex, and I heard his story, and I was like, no, this guy's like the person behind this actually has heart. And I didn't, like it was never about me becoming part of the project. I just got in the AMA, and I got really passionate, excited. So I was telling people the story of the project. And it was like I was meeting influencers, and I was meeting all these people, and I was just telling them the story. And what was really interesting about that was that it was like people started rallying around the community, and then people were like, I'll be a moderator, I'm gonna whip up some art, I'm gonna do some development, I'm gonna do some marketing. We ended up having a team of like 15 people working on the project. Not one person was being paid. It was just like
Right.
everybody was so big and believing in it. And it just like Floyd Mayweather followed it on us
Yeah,
on Twitter, and then
yeah.
it went
And
just.
then there was a donation made to an actual hospital
So we donated $50,000.
to St. Jude's.
We half of it went to St. Jude's. The other half we did to another charity for children of vets who have died in battle. And so, yeah, a total of 50,000 we donated, and then
So it is super cool because it went from like the shit token to like an actual project with a vision to then real life contribution to charities, right? It went from
Yeah.
like this, again, this joke of a coin, shit coin, no one knows about it, to like an actual thing.
yeah,
Now you're donating 25 grand to St. Jude's Hospital. Hopefully they use the money wisely. And then
I believe they
another
did.
20, I think so too. Another 25 went to some other organization.